What certifications do you currently have, if you want to, share?
I got IT fundamentals, A plus, Net plus, Security plus, ITIL, or information technology, information library, and CCNA. I got the CCNA years ago. I actually got to go redo it because it's one of those
Yeah.
things. If you don't use it, you lose it type of deal, and I kind of
Uh-huh.
lost it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically, I got it, but I got to go redo it for my own personal
Uh-huh.
satisfaction. So
Yeah.
that's what I.
Yeah, because that technology constantly changing and the questions, they update the tests and all that stuff. But how difficult was it to study for these certifications that you do have currently, or the ones that you...
It depends on how you choose to go about studying for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go get you a book like this. I don't know if you can see it on camera here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got plenty of these books laying around my office. This is some of the most dry, boring reading you'll ever deal with in your life. There's not a whole bunch of pictures in there. I read through these things. By the time I hit page 2, I'm halfway asleep.
Yeah.
So you can go at it that method, or you can go at it the method of watching stuff on YouTube or Udemy, or signing up for somebody's class to learn this stuff. It just depends on what's more comfortable for you and how you learn.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I like to read, but I can't read this stuff. So I have to watch videos. I have to, write down my notes, make my little flashcards. That's kind of helps me prepare. And if there's like a simulator out there somewhere like Packet Tracer or whatever, I have to download that and get busy click-clacking away on that because I don't have a router and a switch or a networking router and switch sitting around in my house, which I actually need to go get one. I'm actually thinking about building one up in here so I can play around with it. But so I got to do those things. You know what I'm saying? That's what works for me. So everybody's different. There is no one size fits all approach to how you study for these things. But I guess the only so-called one size fits all approach is you have to make time to study. Well, there's a little caveat to that. It's not really just you making time to study. What I tell people is, let's just say you want to go get your A plus certification, right? Or your network plus, since that's only one test. A plus is technically 2 tests.
Mm-hmm.
What you would do, I tell people, go ahead and buy your voucher and schedule your exam.
Yeah.
So that you give yourself a deadline to study, because what I've noticed over the years, people will study and then they'll procrastinate and then they'll just drag the process out. But if you give yourself a hard deadline, like by December 1st, I got to go take this test. So, between whatever today's date is and December 1st, you have to get it in the best you can get it in because you've already paid for this exam.
Mm-hmm.
You won't get your money back.
Yep.
So that's the one thing that is a one size fits all approach, is setting an actual deadline by paying for the test. And then, going out there and then figuring out how you need to get all this information to your brain so that you can understand it, not just memorize it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, they'll go out there and download these test banks.
Yeah.
They'll just study all these questions. And that's cool. You might be able to do that to pass a cert, but do you actually know what the hell you just memorized?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're doing this to go get a job. Well, guess what? An employer, they may question you about the stuff that, you just sat there and memorized just to pass the certification. They might ask you questions. And if you don't really comprehend this stuff, then, what did you really do at the end of the day other than you have a cert that you can just throw on your resume that isn't really helping you get hired?
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you gave that good advice, man, because that's one of the things I try to push is just plenty of resources out here. You know what I'm saying? Free resources, your channel example, that people could take advantage of to help them get into or get these certifications and everything. So